get breath into your puppet, what you have to do is find a way to make it look like the puppet, when we're breathing, our chest goes up and down like that. So we need to do that with the puppet. So I'm going to turn it sideways, and you'll see my finger is in my little neck hoop there, and my thumb is on his head. And to make the puppet breathe, what I'm doing is pushing down into the body, and my thumb is lifting up its head. So it's going like this. You see that? Let's try it front on. Okay, so push down slightly, just check that everything is looking good. Okay, push. And don't have the puppet too far away from you, because the more you lean in, the more you become part of the show. So let's have it here. Puppet breathing. What if this puppet is just after running to sit on this bench and they are exhausted? Their breath will be much bigger, so they'd be, and maybe they need to change their position because they'd be like this. They'd have to go wow. See that? What if the puppet is kind of sad and it wants to show that with its breath? So it's going What if the puppet is whistling? Whatever you do with the breath of the puppet, it brings it to life. Okay, so now we know how to make the puppet breathe. We now need to know how to manipulate the puppet's head to make it look at things. So what we would generally do is we will, when we're rehearsing, we learn where the puppet is looking by knowing a position on the top of their heads. With our training puppets, these little guys, we give them huge big noses so that when you're standing behind them, you know where they're looking, because the nose is kind of like a pointer. So it's looking that way, or it's looking down, or it's looking up. But with all of the other puppets, the puppeteers learn how the puppet, or where the puppet is looking by just knowing what position their thumb is in, or knowing what position the puppet's head is in. So for us, what we're going to do is we're going to take a marker, and we are going to mark on top of the puppet's head where the nose is. So remember, we made the nose by pinching this, okay? So what we need to do now is just say, I'm looking overhead here, and there's where the nose is, and I'm just going to put a mark on top of its head. You can put an arrow if you like, because the audience won't generally see that, okay? And there, I can see that. Can you see what I've done? Okay, so now we know exactly where the nose is pointing. So when the nose, for me, when the nose is straight towards you, I want to look towards you, the audience, I should be looking straight at the camera there. I think so. And that's to the left, that's to the right. Okay, I know I'm looking because I can see one eye and I can see the inside of his nose. So I know I'm right. And I know here I can see one eye and I can see the inside of his nose, and that's and I know I'm right. Because the last thing you want to do is to be down here kind of going, where are you looking? Oh yeah, you're looking there. Oh, where are you looking? You're looking there. Because that just is a different show. It takes away from this puppet's world. Okay, so I'm going to give you some tasks. If you've got people at home, or if there's two of you making the puppet, one person becomes the director and the other person becomes the puppeteer. And what you get the person to do is to follow your finger. So say to the puppet, can you see my finger? Follow it. Now it's hard to do it for yourself, but if there's somebody standing in front of you, that's easy to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get two objects. So I'm going to take my tub of pens here and I'm going to take my trusty roll of tape. And you can tell me whether I'm right or wrong. I'll just assume I can hear you. Okay, so we're sitting nice and neutral, and he's looking straight ahead. I take my hands off the table, stand up straight, because this is all about the puppet, and the puppet now is going to look at the piece of tape. And I see it. And back to the centre. Now look at the tub of pens, and back to the centre. And now look back to the tub of pens, and look up and down on them. And back to the centre. And look at the tape, and look down at the tape, and look at the top of the tape, and then back to the centre. And that's your exercise. And if you learn that, you'll be able to figure out where the puppet needs to look. Because generally, in a puppet show, the puppet is going to look at the same thing at the same time. And you need to be able to get that detail right. Because sometimes if you look like that, and you go, oh, I'm looking at the tape. Oh, actually, there's the tape. It's a different story. Because if the puppet can't talk, then the look is really, really important. Okay, now, we've got that. I'm going to add something to it. If you look, we're going to look at that. We're going to add a reaction. So what if the puppet goes, I'll say the reaction out loud. What if the puppet says, what? What? Did you see that? What? That brings life to it, because he's reacting to what he's seeing, but he goes back to what he sees, so you know that that's what he's talking about. For example, if we want to look at the tape, and the way he looks back to you is the reaction. So he goes, it's tape. Really? Yeah, it's tape. So, by adding a reaction, that look becomes something else. Or, you could go, tape. Could it be the famous tape? Yes, it is. It's the most famous tape in the world. Okay, I've added the hand, and I've added to the reaction to just make that movement a little bit bigger, and the story gets bigger. Now, I've said that story out loud. I'm going to do the same movements without any words. And now, it's the audience's job to figure out what the story is. But you are telling the story in your head all the time, so that the puppet never moves too fast and the audience still has a chance to figure out what the story is. Okay, so we know how to breathe, we know how to look, we know how to react and put thoughts into a look. What we're going to try now is making your puppet walk. Okay, stand up. There we go. Hey. So let's have a look around, and now to make them walk, it's really simple. You are just going to throw one leg ahead. And make them walk like that. And do you know what? The slower the better, because if you start to walk really fast, it doesn't look real. You want to try and make it as real as possible. You can add a hand. You can take hold of his hand by the elbow. I like to put my finger under here and just pinch here slightly, so that way I can add a little bit of movement here and make him walk like this. Okay, so puppet is standing straight as the puppet is able to stand, and he's gonna walk straight towards the camera. Okay, okay, so one leg forward. Now, that is the furthest I can go, because if I go further, it starts to look like the puppeteer is in pain, which he is, and the audience start to worry about the puppeteer rather than what the puppet is doing. So find the furthest distance away that's comfortable, and that's the extent to which you can move. Okay, back here, sir. Okay, so let's try doing a walk with a story, with a bit of emotion. Okay, so he's a little bit, let's say he's a little bit sad, so the walk is a little bit sad. So the head could come down, hand could behind his back. Adding in the breathing. Change of mood. What? The sun is up. Well, I'm not sad anymore. No. And I can walk a little bit faster. I'm a little bit happier today because I'm walking differently. Okay, so by adding emotions to the walk, you are telling your story. Okay, so you got to practice walking and just do it slowly. You know, there's no rush, because if you're moving and it's interesting and his head is moving and he's breathing, then the audience is going to be interested in it. You can maybe put the hands behind the back, and then you can, you know, yes, I'm really thinking about this decision I have to make. Oh, what could it be? Oh, I don't know. Maybe, yes, I have it. Okay? So I said that story out loud to help you. I'm going to try that now without saying it out loud. I'm going to say the story in my head, and you should be able to read it. So get the hands behind the back again. Same story, except I'm saying it in my head, and if I say it in my head and project it through my hands into the puppet should be able to take the story on. So we can breathe, we can look, we can walk, we can think and react. Now we're going to learn how to sit, and then we'll be able to put them all together and make a story. So sitting tells you so much. As humans, we know that when you watch somebody sitting down, you know whether or not they're tired, whether they're happy, whether they're excited. There's so many different ways to sit down, and we know by looking how somebody's mood is, and it's called body language, I suppose. You can follow how people are feeling by judging their body language. So same with the puppet. Try and use different ways to sit down. So let's see. What if he's feeling a bit sore? We'll use our trusty books as the seat. Oh, I'm feeling a bit sore. Oh, it's my back, I think. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be hard to sit down. Here we go. It's going to take a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that's sore. Oh, good. It's good to sit down. Oh, my back is quite sore. Okay. Let's make him a little bit younger. Okay. So he... let's say he's full of energy. Oh, yeah. Oh, a seat. Yeah, how you doing, seat? Okay. What if he is needs a seat because he's after running really, really far, and he's I'm nearly on my knees. Oh God, I'm so tired. Hang on. Here's a seat. I'm looking at the seat. I've got my hand on the seat. And I'm going to pull myself in here. Oh, yeah. And, oh, yeah. Pull. That's exactly what I needed. A seat. What if he's sad? Let's sit down sad. What if he is excited? Okay, sit down excited. Oh, there's a seat. I have some time. Yeah, I'll just go. Sit down there. Really can't wait. I really can't wait. I don't know what's going to happen, but I really can't wait. Oh, I'm so excited. And there, is there something coming? No, not there. Okay, alright. So exciting. What if he is waiting for somebody? Okay, I'll just wait here. Sit down there. Okay. Wonder. There. Back to the center. There. No. Back to the center. But I will. Okay, so there's so many different stories that you can add to by sitting down, and different ways of sitting down. And add a little bit of a story to it. Seize the bench, walk in front of it, turn around, check where you're going to sit, hand down and sit. Practice your breathing. Was that always there? Maybe I'll check it out. Okay. Ah! What? Oh. Hello! Oh! 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 And we leave it there. So, that was a whole story about something that he found in this and thought it was precious enough to bring it over here. Notice the way I carried stuff. I left his head alone. His head spun all the way around there now. There you go. And then picked up this. Now, when you pick something up, it's important that you try and maintain that the body, the shape of the body. So he goes down to his knees, it still bends its back, and yeah, use that. You can use your hands as well, because it still looks like the puppet is doing it. And then try and maintain your walk as well. Okay, I'm going to put that back down there. Little details. Keep the hand on that. Let your other hand get back. Oh, that was sore. Okay, I think that you know lots now. You know how to make your puppet. You know how to make your puppet breathe. You know how to make your puppet look at things. You know how to react. You know how to walk. You know how to sit. You know how to put all of those skills together to make a little short story. So, what you have to do is keep practicing, keep adding tape to your puppet. If he starts to get a little bit shaky, that's okay. The puppet will tell you the way they want to tell the story. And I look forward to seeing all of the fruits of your puppet making labour and all of your creativity on screen. And even if you don't want to send it to me, make live shows, because they're much better. Make live shows so people in your house, make live shows for to show on the phone to your grandparents. You can do whatever you like. Plus, you can dress these guys up. You can put coloured paper on there to give them a different coloured suit. You can give them coloured paper to give them coloured trousers. Give them hair by adding wool. You can make different heads, make different people to put onto the body. The body will work. You just put different heads on. The options are endless. But the main thing is, be creative and enjoy. See you the next time.